Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is my favorite video of the year to film. It is our 2020 holiday gift guide. So I wanted to make this year's holiday gift guide extra special. So I do have a lot of fun giveaways and gift ideas for you guys this year. So make sure you stick around so you can see all of the products. Also make sure you're following me on my Instagram and my Facebook and this YouTube channel because I will be doing the giveaways in all of my social media locations, and that way you have more opportunities to enter to win. So let's go ahead and dive right in with our first product. So we're gonna start off with a product that's actually new to me, and I've been using it quite a bit just recently, and it's definitely been a game changer for my evening crafting experiences. If you follow me on my craft podcast, you will have already seen these, possibly even also on my Instagram, but these are wearable lights. So here they are. They do look a little bit funky, but basically they go around your neck and then you can turn them on, and then you just aim these little adjustable lights down here towards whatever you're working on. So let's throw one on here and I'll turn it on. Hopefully I don't blind you guys. Probably blinding you. There you go. Anyways, these are actually adjustable, so you can move them around. You can focus them on a book or a craft or anything like that that you're doing in the evening. You can read at night in bed next to your partner, and they don't have to be kept up all night by your light, so they're really helpful. I've actually been using them for my cross stitching in the evening because I can't see even with the lights on, and so it's really important for me to have these at night to help me. So this particular one is the bigger one. This one has a 4,000 amp battery, I think, so it actually lasts a little bit longer. And this one is really more meant for outdoor use. This one is meant for indoor use, maybe for crafting and whatnot, but I actually sort of like the bigger one a little bit better. So this indoor one is actually kind of cool because I don't know if you can tell, but it's got the yellow lights. It actually can do like a warm and off and like sort of a really bright like daylight blue. So it has 3 different lighting capabilities to help your eyes. Now I just kind of like to use the brightest one just because, like I said, I'm trying to see cross stitch, and so it makes it a little bit handier for me to just have really nice bright light. But either way, they're both really cool. So this one, like I said, is a little bit more meant for outdoor, kind of like camping, stuff like that. If you're doing stuff at night, you can have this around your neck and be doing things without fiddling with a flashlight or whatever. And then this one is a little bit more indoors. So this indoor one retails for about $16.99. The outdoor one retails for $27.99. So they're both really, I think, affordable gift ideas, and they're perfect for crafters in your life because, like I said, they can wear them in the evenings. They can use them to do smaller crafts like cross stitching and things where they need to have really good adequate lighting and be able to see. So here is my first gift idea. All right, gift idea number 2 is to put together a fun little basket of sewing notions or supplies for your sewer in your life. So I've got a cute little set of OLFA supplies here that I'm going to kind of show you and go through, and I do have these for giveaway. I'm going to stop saying that on all of these because I have giveaways for pretty much everything sitting here, so just make sure you're following me on social media and then you can enter all of these. But I do have some really cool products that they sent me to check out. So this first one is actually their 60mm rotary blade, which is larger than the one that I normally do. But I think it will be really helpful when you're cutting, especially squaring up quilts and things like that. This one retails for, I think it's about $17. And then they did also send me this other smaller one. And I like to have more than one size of rotary blades because the smaller ones I use when I'm going around like tight corners or curves, if I'm doing clothing or applique or anything like that. These little ones are much better for that. This one is a 28mm, and I think this one retails for just slightly more than the big one, which I couldn't figure out why, but that's just what I found on Amazon. So it was around $20 for these 2 blades. OLFA is my all-time favorite blade. I tend to use a 45mm, so I'm excited to try this larger one. But either way, a couple different size rotary cutters would be perfect for a gift basket. And then along those lines, a little self-healing mat would be really cool gift as well. This mini mat is only $9, so this would be perfect to stuff into a gift basket and perfect to use with the OLFA rotary blades. If you're feeling like spending a little bit more, you could definitely go for a larger mat, but I think this would make a really cute addition to a gift basket. And then they also sent me these really cool cutters. So these are new products. This one, let's see, this one right here, the craft blade is actually new for 2020, so I couldn't find a price on it, but I would assume it's under $10-ish, but it's a handy little safety craft blade. So the blade actually slides back up into here so that it's out of the way when you're not using it, and it came with this little egg stand so that you can kind of stand it up on your desk. So here is what it looks like when you pop the blade out. And so you basically, the only part of the blade exposed is just that little shiny bit that you can see right there. So you can actually slide that along whatever you're cutting, and your blade isn't really exposed. So it's definitely a safer way to cut open things like boxes and things like that. And along those lines, they also sent me this one, which I have actually used. And just like the other one, this blade is kind of enclosed right here. So you basically use this pointy part to open, like I put it on to open up like my boxes and things like that came in our shipping, and you just slide it along the box and you basically just grab it and pull it right along the box. It works like butter. I was so excited. At first I thought, why am I going to need this? I don't need this. It was so great. This is probably going to be one of my more used tools because we get a lot of packages and boxes here. This thing was awesome, and the blade is protected, so you're not going to like be cutting yourself. I thought it was a little bit funny that I got this, but I actually really love this tool. So I think these tools would make a great addition to a gift basket for a sewer or quilter in your life. They're all totally affordable, so you can kind of mix and match what fits your budget. Throw that in there, maybe with a little pattern book or some fabric, and you've got yourself a great gift. So the next gift idea I have comes from Moda, and I think these would be perfect stocking stuffers. They retail from kind of varying from about $10 to $15 each, but they have these super cute ruler bracelets, and this one happens to be black. I also have on this brown one right here, and then they also have a bangle, which I think is super cute. So these are really fun gift ideas. They're just cute and whimsical, and I think they would be really fun to stick in someone's stocking or again in that gift basket that we were just talking about, and totally affordable. The next gift idea I have is a little bit higher end. It's $50, and it is the Oliso Mini Iron. This little guy is one of my all-time favorite irons. It is perfect for your travel iron, but it's also great just for ironing or pressing those small pieces as you are quilting. And I do have the Mini. I also have the Pro Smart, so if you want to step up your game just a little bit, you can get the Pro Smart. I think they retail for about $160. So definitely an investment, but I've had mine for, I think it's been over a year now, and I still love it. It works really great. It's got a nice heavy weight to it, even the Mini here. And they can steam. They can, the Pro can actually squirt out water out the front of it. So they definitely have some fun features. The Pro, if you've seen, actually has automatic lifters, so you leave your iron face down on your table like that. This little Mini actually comes with this removable pad on it, so you can keep it on the pad when it's hot because it doesn't sit up on its end, so you actually keep it on the pad like this, or you can actually put it in here. It's got this little hanger on here, and then I hang it on the wall from that hanger, so it kind of keeps it out of the way. But I think this would be a really fun idea to give to any sewer or quilter in your life. It's perfect for smaller projects, but don't let the size of this guy fool you. It gets super hot, and it can press pretty much anything that the Pro Iron can press and do just as good of a job. So my next gift idea is something that I've given away in my last couple of craft podcasts, and I love these mats. These are wool pressing mats, and they work so well for quilters in your life because the wool actually absorbs the heat from the iron, and so it kind of presses your block from both the underneath and the top, and so you get really nice flat seams with this mat. This is a great size too. It's 12 inches by 18 inches, so it's a really good size mat, and then it comes with this cute little notions pouch. And inside the notions pouch there is a smaller pair of scissors, a tape measure, and some sewing pins. So just a cute little fun addition. And of course you can stick whatever else you want in there. It does have a little zipper on it. So this is one of my favorite products. I love this mat. It does a great job, and I think would be a great gift idea. So my next idea for you is fabric. Who wouldn't love to get fabric for Christmas? I know I would love it, and I have some really fun jelly rolls to give away. These are also sponsored by the Complete Boutique, and I'm dropping them all as we speak here, but look how fun these colors are, you guys. So this first one right here is called Fall Flowers, and it's just so much fun, and there are tons of free jelly roll patterns out there online as well. So jelly rolls are compact, they're cute, there's no way to put this in a basket and have it look bad, so super cute idea. This next one here is called Kaleidoscope, and just look at all of these fun colors. Super bright and colorful, but then there's some kind of muted neutrals in there as well. So that one is the Kaleidoscope. This one is called Beach House, and I think this one is my favorite because I am a total sucker for blues, but look at all those pretty colors in there. Oh my word. Beach House. So I do have 3 of these to give away, but I think a jelly roll just in general would be a great gift idea, or maybe even put it in someone's stocking. Jelly rolls tend to range around about $40-ish. If that sounds like a lot, there's actually a lot of fabric in these. There's around 40 to 42 strips of 2.5 by width of fabric strips of fabric in here. They're basically a sampling from the entire line of fabric, so you already know they're all going to go together, so it kind of takes all the guesswork out of it. And there's a ton of fun jelly roll projects out there. There are free quilt patterns. And if you haven't seen my tutorial on the jelly roll rug yet, you should definitely check that out. I think that would be really a fun project for one of these jelly rolls. And let's face it, fabric is always a fun gift idea. You pretty much can't go wrong. And while we're talking about fabric, let's just talk about quilt patterns. So this is my famous, is it famous? Very popular vintage Christmas quilt pattern. This is probably one of my best-selling quilts, and since it's Christmas, I wanted to give away a copy of one of these. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I work with Catching Stitches a lot to provide quilt patterns or quilt kits for my patterns. So I'm going to be giving away one of these vintage Christmas patterns for you guys, and she is going to be doing a fabric kit for you as well, so you can have enough fabric and pattern to make this adorable quilt. So that's going to be an awesome value, you guys. I think the quilt kit for these is close to, I don't remember what she was charging, but I think it's close to $100. So I think it would be such a fun gift idea to give a pattern plus the fabric to make that pattern. Most patterns come with fabric requirements written on the back side, or you can find them on the website, so you can order both kind of at the same time, and then you have a really fun gift idea. So I know so far this has been mostly about sewing and quilting because that's typically what I do, but I know I have some of you guys out there who are knitters and crocheters, so I do have some fun gift ideas for that as well. So here is my top pick this year, the Franca Beanie Bundle. So this is so cute. This comes from Life's Little Things, like I mentioned, and she sells the yarn and the matching palm. Her palms are literally the best. I don't know if you can kind of see how big this is. Let's put it next to my head. There we go. This is almost the size of my head, you guys. This is a huge palm. So she puts these together so that they match perfectly. If you really want to step up your gift game, you can also add in a fun pattern to go with it. And so for this giveaway, we're actually also going to throw in a pattern. So this is the Hayden Beanie by Knot and Stitch, and it is just so cute. Hopefully you can see that. You can also check her out on Instagram. I'll put her link below, but you can kind of see a little bit closer. And as you can see, it goes with our little kit perfectly. So we're going to be giving away one of these patterns plus one of these kits. So this yarn is super wash merino, so it's super soft and squishy. You can probably see that squish there. And then this is a faux fur palm, but it has some really great black tips on it. This is the Solana bundle. It retails for about $40, and then the pattern for it is about $5. Of course, you can make any pattern you want with it. So I chose this blue one. It's a nice, pretty light blue with some yellows in there, and then there's also some whites, and then it came with this beautiful little beanie. And this is the Solana and Reflection Beanie Bundle. So now she may or may not have this exact kit in her shop when we do the giveaway, so we have talked and she has agreed to let the winner pick a bundle that they actually like and that fits their needs better. So anyways, this is the one I chose. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to make a fun beanie with it, but I think this plus a cute pattern would make an absolutely great gift, and I'm really excited to see what the winner of this prize chooses because I really don't think you can go wrong. She has some amazing colorways in her shop, and I pretty much loved them all. So I'm really excited about this next gift. I've partnered with a smaller company, which I love. I love supporting small businesses, especially right now, but all the time. And these are handcrafted sewing tools. They're hand carved out of a variety of different woods, so the pricing on them varies. So you can really go from something fairly affordable to something a little bit pricier depending on your budget and depending on what you like. So you can find them on Instagram and on Etsy as Modern American Vintage, and they do these really cool handcrafted wooden tools. And so I have a few sets to show you today. So here is the first set. I'm trying to get them all on the screen for you. And this one is made out of redwood lace burl with walnut blades on it. So we've got this kind of point turner, and they just fit so nicely in your hand. Like they just fit perfectly in there. But you can definitely use this to turn out corners and points. There's also a Hera marker as well, which is absolutely beautiful. And again, I think because they're hand carved, these just fit so well in the palm of your hand. They're just so comfortable to use. And then they also have seam rippers. And again, absolutely beautiful. This next set is the Ambrosia set, and I think this is probably one of my favorites just because I really like the color. So I think this is my favorite one. I just like the uniqueness of the wood. I like the stripey kind of feature and the neutral tone that it has. I just think it's really, really pretty. And of course, you've got your Hera marker, your corner turner, and again, your seam ripper. And this one is their Ambrosia set. And then this last set is black and white ebony, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This set is a little bit more expensive. You can find all the different prices on his website. I think these are super unique and really kind of a fun gift idea. If I didn't mention it before, I will be putting links to all the products I'm mentioning in the video in the description box below the video. So just click the show more link down there and you can get links to all the websites and all the products that I'm talking about. But this is probably one of my favorite ones. I'm really excited about this one, and I think it's just really cool gift idea. So my next gift idea is one of my favorite teas, and this I think would be such a fun stocking stuffer or even just a gift, but a tumbler plus some favorite tea I think would be so much fun. So these are actually made by Teamy, and if you've followed me on Instagram for any time, you've probably seen these because I've been using these tumblers for quite a while, and I have also been using their teas. So two of my favorite teas are this Focus tea, which I love the taste of, and then this Butterfly one. The Butterfly one actually turns purple, which I think is really cool, but they have a ton of different teas that you can try, and of course you don't have to do Teamy brand, you can do any kind of tea, but I think that a tumbler plus some favorite tea would make a really great gift idea, and it's also very affordable. I don't remember exactly how much these packets are. The tumblers, or these particular ones, are around $30, so I think it would be definitely an affordable gift. And Teamy has actually upped the size of their tumblers, because this was my original tumbler, this green kind of minty one, and it looks like these new ones are actually a little bit bigger. So these ones were 400 milliliters and now their new ones are 600 milliliters. So I'm actually really happy that they went with a larger tumbler, because then I can fit more things in here. And then one of the cool things about these tumblers, so the top comes off so you can wash them, but then on the inside here is this little mesh screen, so that when you put the tea in the water and then you go to drink it, the screen actually filters out the tea so that you aren't drinking all the little tea leaves. So you can have it right in here. It stays in your tea all day, or however long you want to have it, and then you can just put that on and drink out of the top. So I love that. And then it also comes apart this way so that you can wash it. Just keeps everything nice and clean. And I also love that because I always feel like with these double insulated tumblers, sometimes it kind of gets all icky inside there. So they totally come all the way apart. You can wash everything. They're super handy and nice. And then, whoop, I'm dropping things. The bottom actually comes off as well, so you can store your extra tea. So if you're going somewhere for the day, or you're going to be on a trip or whatever, you can put some extra tea leaves in here, put it right on, and then you have this with you, and then all you have to do is just find some water somewhere or bring some water with you, but you can remake your tea on the go. So I think these are super fun, and combining them with a packet of tea would be even better. So let's take a minute to talk about some more of my favorite notions, because these are so easy to stick in gift baskets or stockings, and of course they come in a variety of price points. So I'm sure you guys have all heard about Clover products. They are one of my all-time favorites, and they have some really cool new things that I want to show you. So my first favorite thing here, and this I had not seen before, this is so cool, but this is called a hot hemmer, and I'm going to try and fit it all on the screen here, but you can basically use this to fold, measure, press, and hem all in one step. So there's kind of some pictures on there for you of how they're using it. And then one of the really cool things down here is that it's got this corner cut out of it, and so you can use it to do boxy corners on like bags, which I'm sure you've seen me do before if you watched any of my tutorials. And then it's got a rounded corner down there as well, which would be super helpful. Now this does retail for about $18, which sounds like kind of a lot, but I think it's kind of a multi-in-one tool. So I definitely love having this in a basket. It definitely has a lot of uses. Along those same lines there is this hot ruler, which also you can press on. So this is perfect for doing seams or hems and things like that. So as you can see, they're pressing right on the ruler there, so you can get totally perfect and accurate seams. Perfect for hemming and especially clothing, garments, things like that. I think this would be super handy. So my next favorite, and I'm sure you've seen this in a million different videos, is the Clover Hera Marker. I love this thing. I use it all the time. It's basically a Hera marker on one side and then a point turner on the other side. It retails for about $10.50, and in my opinion, a Hera marker is kind of a must-have tool. You can use it for such a variety of things. I use this to turn out applique and mark on my quilts and turn out the corners, so definitely one of my top picks. My next favorite notion are seam rollers. Now these are something that I didn't start using until probably last year, but I love them, and I really love them for younger kids because you don't have to use an iron. So you basically use this roller to roll your seam instead of press your seam. So they aren't having to use an iron where you're worrying about them getting burned or, you know, potentially leaving an iron face down or, you know, something like that. So these are super handy if you have younger sewers, but I also use it as well, and I think it retails for around $10, so totally affordable. This next thing here is a fabric pen, and it retails for $14.45, and you actually use it to help fold your fabric. So you write along the ruler with your pen, and it kind of moistens the fabric, and then it helps you fold it right there. I haven't actually tried this. This is a new product for me, so I'm kind of excited to check it out, but I think it would be really cute to put in a gift basket, and I think it would also be really handy, especially if you're needing an accurate fold. Then you can kind of use this and then just fold it, and you know you're right on your line. The last thing is this Clover stiletto. It retails for about $12.50, I think, and it's really handy tool. So this is kind of a corner turner down here, and then this flat point right here is basically your stiletto point. But as you can kind of see from the pictures here, you can kind of use it to hold down your fabric if you're pressing with a hot iron. I also use this if I have something that's kind of you know, finicky on my sewing machine, and I just need something to help push it through, but I don't want to use my finger because I don't want to sew over my finger. So this is definitely a handy tool to have in your sewing arsenal. So these are my Clover ideas this year. I love Clover. They're a great company. They're always so much fun to work with. They have great products, and everything is really affordable in my opinion, and it would make really fun additions to a gift basket. So one of the top questions that I get asked is what kind of batting I use, and I always use the exact same kind, and so I wanted to show you on this gift guide because I think it would make kind of a fun gift idea. So you could kind of get creative with it, line your basket with it, something like that, but I always use the warm and white batting, and I use the warm and white because it is a nice soft white color, and I use a lot of white background fabric, and so I don't want to be able to see anything from my batting. So a lot of the natural batting has little bits and pieces in it that are kind of tan, and that can actually show through on a white background fabric that you have. And so I always use the warm and white batting. This is my go-to batting. I don't use any other kind. It's 100% cotton. This product is also needle punched, which is super handy. So if you've ever had your thread breaking a lot or breaking needles when you're trying to quilt, it may be because you're using batting that is not needle punched. So there's two sides to this batting, and if you'd like, I can kind of do a tutorial on it on like my Instagram or something, but there's a smooth side, and then there's a side that looks kind of rough and bumpy. That side is the needled side, and you want that side up. So how I put my quilts together when I do my quilt sandwiches is I'll put my backing, and then I'll put the smooth side of the batting down towards my backing so that the needled side is up, the bumpy side is up, and then I put my quilt top on top of that. So you want your needled side facing your quilt top, and then that way when you go to quilt the top of it, your needle has a much easier time of getting through that batting and all of those layers, and you'll have a lot less breakage of needles and thread. So super handy. I love this product. It is definitely my go-to, but Warm & Co. doesn't just make the warm and white. That's the only one I use. I literally buy this stuff by the roll. Another one of my favorite products from them is this Insul Bright. So this reflects heat, and so you would want to use this for things like hot pads or oven mitts or those little casserole dishes, and this is a perfect product for that. So it's basically insulated batting, and then of course they have a natural one as well. This is kind of what I was talking about before. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there are kind of little light brown bits in there in the natural. This is great batting, don't get me wrong. I just use a lot of white fabric on mine, so I tend to stick with the warm and white, so I know I'm never going to see it. And one of the cool things about this too is they come in a variety of sizes, so you could get whatever size you need if you know you're going to get, say, a little gift package with maybe a quilt pattern and some fabric. You can also buy the correct size batting that they need and kind of just give them like basically a project in a bag. So super fun. So another fun gift idea I think would be a super cute quilting book and some super cute fabric, and one of the perfect sets in my opinion are ones that go together. So they have books that are specifically meant for jelly rolls, so you could do a jelly roll book plus some fun jelly rolls like I showed earlier, or this cakewalk book, which is absolutely adorable. This is put out by Moda, and there's a ton of fun patterns in there specifically designed for layer cakes, and I happen to have one of these to give away to one of you, plus 3 fun layer cakes. So the cakewalk book was compiled by Lisa Alexander, and it is adorable. There are some really fun projects in here, all color projects. Let's see if I can go this way so you can see a little bit better, but they're all fun, colorful quilt projects in here. Tons of different ones to choose from. They're absolutely adorable. Here's a few more on the back side. And this first layer cake is Sanctuary by 3 sisters, and it's just got some really beautiful kind of subtle colors in here, some light blues, pretty reds, nice floral prints. So super cute. This next one is called Happy Days by Sherry and Chelsea, and these are just really fun, bright colors. If you've seen any of their fabric before, it's right in line with all of that. Some really pretty greens, some reds, some lovely blues, and they're just really cute florals. And if you're new to sewing, layer cakes are 10 by 10 inch squares, and so they're technically what's called pre-cuts, so they're really handy, and there's a ton of different patterns out there that are meant to go for layer cakes. And then this last one is called Maryland by Kathy Schmitz, and this is a really pretty neutrals kind of palette. It's got lots of blacks and some kind of tans in here. Really beautiful. I love this print that's on the very front here that I'm just staring at. It's so pretty. So a book plus some fun fabric, who wouldn't love to get this gift? And while we're talking about fabrics and pattern and all things fun, let's talk about Poppy Cotton. They're one of my favorite designers, and they have some really cute gift ideas this year that include patterns and layer cakes. So let's take a look. I have some really cute ones to show you. So this first one is the Bluebird Song pattern with the Woodland Songbirds 10-inch stacker. So patterns typically retail for about $9.95 each, so definitely affordable. And then layer cakes are around $35 to $40. It kind of depends on the layer cake and the manufacturer and all of that, because some have more fabric than others. So the second one is the Chicken Scratch quilt pattern with Daisy Made 10-inch stacker, and I love this one. This is probably my favorite. I love the Daisy May fabric. It's so cute and fun. And I actually have a few projects that I did out of Daisy May on my tutorials. So if you go back and check those out, one of my favorite ones was the Daisy pouch. It was a little pouch that I made for knitting needles, super cute. And I used that fabric and it's just absolutely adorable. And then the last one I have is the Twinkling pattern with the Cherished Moments fabric. And again, this is another one of my all-time favorite lines. I think I did my drawstring squishy bag number 3 using their fabric for that, I think it was. So you can just pick out a super cute layer cake, something that you really like, and then find a layer cake friendly pattern and you're all set. So let's talk about what's new at Fat Quarter Shop, because they sent me a ton of fun products to show you guys that would be perfect for gifts. I have giveaways for all of them as well, and they're all totally affordable and fun. So the first one are these Rotary trimmer cases. So these retail for about $9 and they come in a variety of different sizes. I have the pink and green here. And then you can just unzip them and open them up, and inside on one side they have this kind of mesh little pocket in here so you can store scissors, tape measures, all kinds of other things in there. And then this side has just this elastic to hold your rotary cutter, and then you can zip it up, keep everything nice and safe and protected in your sewing room, and then you always know where it is because it's in this adorable case. And who doesn't love a cute pair of scissors? So these are their Sweet Snips scissors. These are specifically meant for fabric. They're a nice 6-inch size, so they're easy to hold, small enough to cut off small threads, so you're not worried about cutting like larger things. So they're super cute. Love the aqua handles. They retail for about $12 to $13, I think, so definitely affordable and good quality. Another one of their new products, which I think is so much fun, and especially if you're a beginning sewer or quilter, are their foundation paper piecing blocks. So they come in 2 different sizes. They come in the 6-inch and the 12-inch size. So these are their economy blocks. If you're unfamiliar with paper piecing, Fat Quarter Shop also has video tutorials on how to use these. So Kimberly shows you how to make this exact block on their YouTube channel so that it takes all the guesswork out of it. They're really easy and you get really perfect blocks each time. They also have this adorable pineapple block. This is a traditional block. So you've got, again, the 6-inch and 12-inch. And then they also have the log cabin block. They have some other ones, so definitely go check them out. I particularly like the paper piecing for this particular block because these can get kind of wonky when you're dealing with all of these kind of seams in a row. As you go around, your blocks can kind of start to get wiggly. And I really like the foundation paper piecing for these because it keeps everything nice and straight. And then when you're done, you can trim it up one more time so you have a perfectly straight and accurate block. So the Quilt Block foundation paper packs I think are really cool. They would definitely make a great gift basket idea. So grab a stack of these, your favorite fabric, and you're good to go. The next product from the Fat Quarter Shop is this seam roller by Lori Holt. This retails for about $14.98. This is actually one of my favorite seam rollers. I think because it's a little bit wider and it's wood, it gets really nice seams in my opinion. I use this all the time. I have it sitting by my sewing machine, and if I don't feel like getting up and pressing, or if I have a lot of little pieces to do, I'll just roll them with the seam roller and keep on going, and then I'll take everything over to my pressing board and press it when I'm done. So this is really fun. Plus it's adorable and would make a great addition to any gift basket. And the last thing that I have from Fat Quarter Shop here are actually one of my favorites. I saved my favorite for last. These are Kimberlys cutting mats. They come in the 5.5 and the 12.5 inch size, and they're rotating cutting mats. So it makes it really easy to get accurate cuts because you can cut, twist your mat instead of picking up your fabric and moving that and then keep cutting. So you never have to lift your fabric up off of the mat while you're cutting. So these are super handy to have around, and they're also fairly affordable. The little one retails for $14.98 and the big one for $24.98. So I would personally go for the big one because go big or go home. And one of my favorite things about the Fat Quarter Shop products is they're all super cute. Everything is cute and colorful and fun. And in my opinion, that's what crafting should be, right? It should be enjoyable and fun and cute. And I just love having all these fun colors. Now, most of you know that I'm a quilter, and so I put out my own patterns, and so I did want to give some fun giveaways for my patterns for you guys. So behind me here is my new quilt pattern. This is called Peppermint Pines, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a free copy of this pattern. This is super easy, and I use Holly Berry by Corey Yoder from Moda. It's a beautiful, fun, Christmassy line. It's not too like in-your-face Christmas. It's kind of just nice and subtle, and I really love it. I think it turned out so good. This is probably one of my new favorite quilts. The other pattern that I did, and I did these last year, but I wanted to give them away again because they're really popular and fun, and I used my Warm and Bright Insul Bright in them, which I showed you before, but these are my Wonderland pot holder series. So I've got the Christmas stocking, oops, sideways, I've got a little teacup, I've got a cute candy, peppermint candy, I've got an adorable little house with a wreath on top, so cute, and of course I had to do a Santa because what would Christmas be without Santa? And then a fun little tree. So these come in a pack of 6. They're super fast and easy to make, and they are perfect scrap busters because as you can see, most of the pieces on these are kind of smaller pieces. So you don't need a lot of fabric to make these. Really, the most fabric would be, I guess, your backing. They come in a pack of all 6, so one winner will win all 6 of these, and I think it would be really fun to put this, plus, like I said, a jelly roll or just a cute little bundle of fun fabric in and give these as a gift. Along those same lines, I did do an advent calendar last year, and I wanted to give away one of these as well because so much fun. A pattern, not the actual product, but here it is. I used Sweetwater, and I did this really fun trees at the top. And then for all of the little pockets, I kind of made them all different and individual, and I added some fun buttons. And then I actually made the numbers using printable fabric that you can buy like at your local craft store. So I printed out all the numbers in different fonts just to make them all a little bit different. And then I cut them out using my pinking shears just so they had kind of a finished edge on them. And then I just sewed them onto the pocket before I added them to the advent calendar, and I think they turned out so cute. So I also added some ribbons and some buttons, and each one of these is a little pocket so you can put something fun in there for the advent season. And then I did do this kind of fun fuzzy snow here underneath the houses just because I thought it made it extra cute. And then little ties at the top so that I can add this to my stair rail or my wall or wherever I want to put it. And actually I was just thinking, I think this would be a really fun gift to give someone early. So make the project for them and then give them a little gift basket full of goodies to put inside all the pockets. And then they can have a little gift to enjoy every day throughout December. And my other favorite patterns for my shop are these adorable quilt stockings. Now I do have one that is a free pattern that you can find on YouTube and on my blog, but then if you want to make kind of these extra cute ones, those are actually a paid pattern. It's called Christmas Cheer, and it comes with all of these patterns included. So you've got the house stocking, and then at the toe down there, I just did some little stitching just to kind of make it cute before I quilted it together, but so much fun. There's a snowman, a Christmas tree, and you can make the toes a different color or the same color. It doesn't really matter. The template's in there so you can really do whatever you want. You can make these totally scrappy. This is the free one, so I actually used a cookie exchange line that actually comes like this. So it sort of looks like it's a bunch of different fabrics, but it's not. It's all one, and then I just quilted it, and this was so easy. But this is the free pattern, so you can download it for free if you want to make these as well. But I do want to give away these patterns to one of you guys as well because they're so cute. And then this little pinwheel, this might be like one of my favorite ones. I love pinwheels. And then I just did a solid backing for them just to kind of make my life a lot easier, but you could also embroider names on the cuff here. And then I've got this little chevron one. And by the way, these are also great stash busters because I used all kinds of leftover stash and scraps and to make these, and super fun and cute. And then my last one, which is just your general basic patchwork stocking. These are so cute. And someone was asking me online what size they are. And here's my body, here's the stocking. I don't know, they're a good size. So these are so fun, you guys. They're a lot of fun to make. You can customize them, you can put names on them, and just really decorate your house. I think they'd be really fun gifts as well to give. You could stuff them full of fun stuff, maybe some sewing supplies that I've just mentioned, and you've got yourself a great gift. So the next thing I want to talk about are subscription boxes. So I love getting monthly subscription boxes. They come with lots of fun goodies inside. This particular one is the Christmas box from Sweetwater Fabric. They're one of my all-time favorite designers for Moda fabric, and they spare no expense. They put the cutest stuff in their baskets or their boxes, and it's just always so much fun to see what's inside. So I'm going to show you what's in this year's Christmas box. They retail for about $45, and honestly, you could get the box, take it out of the box, and just put it in a cute little basket like I've been saying, and you have your gift basket all set up and ready for you. So one of the things they put in this year's box are these adorable labels. Sweetwater, in my opinion, is the best with their labels. They have such cute labels, and you can just cut these out. You can stitch them on any project that you're working on, and you've got yourself a little handmade label. This box also comes with some fun fabrics. So these are little fat 8s here. And then they included their new line, the Christmas card, little mini charm. I love mini charms. They are so cute, and I think these would make a great gift box addition, or I would love to just get a stocking full of these because you can do all kinds of fun things with these. And they've included an insane amount of fabric in this box. So there are 8 different fabrics, and I'll kind of show you. These are their Christmas line, so they are absolutely adorable. Here's this kind of black, what is that called? Houndstooth? This kind of grungy green. This is a little white on white print. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little kind of crosses on there. This is Signature Sweetwater. These are absolutely adorable, this little print. And then here's the red print, a little black and white print, and then another green. So this is 8 half-yard cuts plus 3 fat 8s. So you get a lot of fabric in this Christmas box. Perfect for all your Christmas projects. You could definitely do some of the projects I've already shown you with these. And Sweetwater is definitely one of my favorites for Christmas. These guys know how to do Christmas right. As you all probably know, I do unboxings for a couple different subscription boxes. And one of my favorite ones is Precut's Classic Quilt Box. They always have a lot of fun products in them. They have fabric, patterns, notions, and lots of goodies. And they range from about $55 a month, including shipping, so they're fairly affordable. Now, just to give you an idea, this is the contents from the October box. So there was a ton of fun fabric in there. There was this cute little Notions sewing pouch, which I think would be a great gift. And then, of course, they had a fun fabric pattern in there as well. If you want to see this box in detail, you can always go back on my channel and look for the October 2020 Precuts unboxing. I have a ton of unboxings on there just to give you an overall view on what comes in these boxes each month. You can buy one box, or you can subscribe if you want to give the gift that keeps on giving. And I have a November box to give away for one of you guys as well. So I wanted to mention it in this video just because I think subscription boxes are a lot of fun. The other box I do unboxings for is this Fat Quarter Shop Sew Sampler. Those are $24.95 a month plus shipping, so they're a little bit more affordable, and they also come with some great products inside. There's always a pattern in there, lots of fun fabric, and cute notions. So if you're looking for a subscription box for this holiday season, I highly recommend either the Sew Sampler or the Precuts Classic Quilt Box. They're both a lot of fun, and I think they'd make great gift ideas. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more and get something really nice, I have the perfect gift idea for you guys. I just recently got this and I love it. It's a game changer, especially because I have warm yellow lighting in my sewing room, and sometimes, especially at night or on a cloudy day, it's really hard for me to do color matching in there because of the yellow lighting that I have. So meet Stella. This is the Stella 2, and this is one of those true light lamps. This retails for about $189, so it is a little bit more on the pricey side, but this guy is awesome. And instead of staring at a box, let's just get the light out because let's look at how pretty it is. So I do think it also comes in black, but I'm kind of, as far as my sewing room goes, all of my fixtures and my shelving is white, so I really like this white one. It comes with a plug, so you can plug it right into your wall, super easy. So you've got your power button on here. You also have, and it has different intensities. I think there's 3 different intensities, and then it also has 3 different cycles. So you've got warm white, natural white, and cool white. So you can kind of choose what lighting is going to work best for whatever conditions that you're in. It's just really nice and sleek, and it kind of stays out of the way. I also like that it comes over like this, so I can kind of have my base over here, but the lighting is focused more on my table where I need it. I've also used this to do puzzles because my eyes aren't so good, and I tend to do puzzles in the evenings. You can set this on your desk, or your little nightstand next to you, and read with it. But mainly I use it for sewing and for color matching, so I can actually see the fabrics in their true light. Obviously, it has this adjustable neck on it, so you can kind of adjust it to where you want. So like I said, this is a little bit pricier of a gift, but it's definitely worth the money. It's got a nice sleek design, and the lighting is just absolutely beautiful. Definitely one of my top picks for this year. Last but not least, this is probably one of the things I was most excited to get this year. And if you can't tell from the box, it's a sewing and quilting advent calendar. So each one of these little doors has a fun little prize behind it that is somehow related to sewing or quilting. Now I saw them open this last year on their Instagram, and I will put their link below, so if you don't follow them, you should definitely follow them. You can see the products that were in last year's box, and they were amazing. And if you order in time, you can get your box customized. So they do fun things in there like little tags, like handmade by and things like that. I think they had some little tags to go on hats last year, and so they had your initials on them. And they just really go all out and put really fun things in their boxes. So it's definitely worth the money. The products inside of here last year were so exciting. I can't wait. And I will be opening this daily on my Instagram this year. So make sure you're following me on Instagram so you can see what's inside all of these. I'm obviously not going to open it here on the video because I don't want to ruin it for any of you. And I don't know what's inside these this year either. So I don't want to ruin it for me, even though it is so tempting having it sit right here to just open all of these and see what's inside. Super cute and fun, and I think this would make the best gift. So if any of you guys want to get me one for next year, definitely sign me up. So I'm a planner, I love to plan, and I love to keep track of my projects. As you all know, I'm also a quilt designer, and I do some knitwear designing, and so this project planner is one of my all-time favorite tools. Throw in some cute pens and some stickers, and you've got yourself a great gift set. So this is a PDF download available on my website. It's $9.95, and it's a perfect planner for pretty much all your project needs. So I printed mine out, and then I put these little tabs on here for each section. So I have a section for quilting, knitting, stitching, spinning, and a notes section. And in here I can keep track of all the projects that I've done, all the projects that I'd like to do, and all the projects that I'm gifting. And it's kind of like a little scrapbook for everything that I've made. It keeps measurements. I put fabric swatches in here. I also like to put finished pictures of quilts and projects that I've made and gifted. That way I kind of have a little scrapbook or memory sake for all of the things that I've created. I like to use these friction erasable pens. They're erasable, but they're also fun colors. That way I can write in here, make notes, but if I make a mistake, I can always erase them. So these are definitely my go-tos. And if you get some fun stickers and maybe some washi tape or something, I think you have yourself a really great gift idea. All right, so that is it for my holiday gift guide for 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget I will be doing giveaways for the products that I showed here. So make sure you're following me on Instagram and Facebook, and that you're a subscriber on this YouTube channel to be eligible to win. I'll be listing the products individually on my different platforms so that you can kind of have a variety of places to choose from. I know not everybody has all the same social media, so I'm going to try and kind of spread them out a little bit. So make sure you're subscribed to me in those 3 places. I'll put links for all of those below this video, and I'll put them on the screen right here as well so that you can find them easily. Hopefully you're already subscribed, but if you aren't, make sure to sign up and subscribe. If you like this video, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that notification bell because that will notify you anytime I have a video going live, so you won't ever miss a fun episode. So thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have amazing holiday season. I know it's been a crazy year. We've kind of committed to trying to make this year great. We've actually already decorated for Christmas because my kids were so excited, and we've just had kind of such a crazy year. I know you guys all have too, that we decided to just, you know what, say the heck with it. We put up all our Christmas decorations. We're going to go outside. We're going to go big this year to try and make it a little bit more fun. And hopefully these gift ideas and all the prizes and giveaways will make your Christmas more fun too. So thank you for joining me for today's video. I will see you next time. So every year I film, so every day I like, oh my gosh. The patterns themselves are 20, it's my own pattern. Oh my gosh. So all of the, so that is, let's see. So a great gift idea for a quilt, why can't I talk? Holy for holies. Okay. Take 2. So this first one, what is it? What did he say it was? Come on, focus, Cam. Work with me. Whoops. I think these are new products, unless I think they are. I don't know. What is it called when you pin it? Poked, needle punched? Needle. You know, like lunch. What are they called? What's it called? These are all sideways. Let's go this way. Could use these to make those stockings that I just like that didn't happen. No one saw. Okay. I'm trying to get it all in the frame. Can't fit it all in the frame here. This is hard to How do I can't. I don't know how to, here we go. Maybe like that, okay. My ball just won't stay in place. Okay.